Ubisoft just released their most recent article going over stealth gameplay for Assassin's Creed Shadows. So without further ado, let's go over it.
First, I'm going to hit you with the most disappointing news so far. Basically, they've gotten rid of the eagle. That means that you're not going to be able to tag enemies from the sky. You're going to actually have to go in on foot and, tag them yourself. So it's going to be a lot of grinding. Thankfully, if they did replace it, if you can even call it a replacement, they added something called the observe mechanic. This basically allows you to tag and identify and monitor enemies, as well as highlight loot, collectibles, and objectives. So basically the same thing as an eagle, but on foot. They also added the eagle vision. Basically it allows you to see enemies through walls and highlight their positions, as well as any potential hiding spots. But before any of you go getting your hopes up, it's unfortunately only available to Naue, so for any of you Yasuke fans, sorry not sorry. Moving on, for everyone that loves stealth runs, you got some good news, I guess. Basically, they're allowing you to become invisible in shadows, day and night, inside and outside. So you can look forward to some really creative hiding spots and creative combat opportunities. On the topic of shadows, I'm very curious. I wonder how dark the shadow actually has to be. Can it be just any level of light shadow, or does it have to be a certain darkness? Stealth combat's going to be more challenging than ever. Basically, there's going to be new floors called Nightingale floors that are basically specifically designed to creak whenever someone steps on it. Thankfully, though, we can avoid that by crouch walking. Furthermore, they've given us the ability to go prone. Basically, this reduces our visibility even further when we're on ground, rooftops, or in water. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't going prone in water basically just swimming? Well, both Yasuke and Naue can both go prone. Naue takes it a step further by being able to use certain movesets while going prone. She can roll to the right, left, down, or up, diving into cover and strategically taking out her enemies. Now, Naue doesn't only have to rely on her stealth, she has 4 primary tools at her disposal for ensuring a quick kill and a getaway. The first of these tools is the classical smoke bomb. This basically allows her to create a cloud of smoke to assassinate low-ranking enemies without being seen. It can also be used against samurai to make them disperse. Next up on the list is the Kakashi favorite, the Shinobi Bell. This is a perfect tool for distracting enemies. By throwing a bell, you can lure guards away from their post and create an opportunity to kill them or sneak past them. Third up on the list is the kunai. It's an extremely sharp knife that deals a lot of damage, and it can potentially one-shot someone if aimed with precision. Keyword is aim. You cannot just throw it and expect to get a one-shot kill. You actually have to aim it compared to previous games. Yasuke has a similar weapon in the form of a longbow. While not confirmed, I'm willing to bet Yasuke's longbow has a greater range than Naue's kunai. So basically that means, if it is true, that you could use Yasuke as a long-range sniper. Last but certainly not least, we have the shuriken. Naue has sharp shuriken that she can throw to temporarily stun enemies and create distractions and destroy lamps for cover. I'm really curious about the shuriken and how it might impact combat. I'm thinking that possibly that the shuriken be used to stun enemies and create some really good opportunities for deadly combos. On a side note, for those who like efficiency in your stealth runs, Ubisoft decided to bring back double assassinations. By equipping the Tonto as one of your main weapons and unlocking the dedicated skill, you can eliminate 2 enemies at once. That's provided, of course, they're sitting right next to each other. Moving on, Ubisoft has changed their grab mechanic. It used to be automatic, where you could drag enemies off and kill them, or non-lethally take them down if you prefer that option. But now you actually have to manually drag them off. I'm curious to see if that'll have an impact on gameplay. Possibly that if you don't drag them off and the bodies are just left there, it's possible that enemies are going to be, wary of you and realize that you're actually there and, sound the alarm.
Knew this was going to be a drag.
If that wasn't enough of a drag, Ubisoft decided to add a new non-lethal enemy. While they won't attack you, they will alert guards or call for reinforcements if they spot you. They're called the Servant. They apparently appear orange in eagle vision. I don't know about the rest of you, but when it comes to game characters like that, ninjas get stitches. On another side note, while infiltrating castles and fortresses, different districts exist as their own individual arenas. So you won't have to worry about this. Caution's going to be key in this game, because if you're detected and are able to disappear again, enemies will search for you in pairs, one seeker and one watcher. And they will remain suspicious going forward. That means as players we have to think strategically to outsmart them and lure them out. They won't be, fooled by our usual tricks for whistling or bells or anything like that. And those are just the ordinary guards and foot soldiers. They also have some unique enemy behaviors, such as the samurai. Once alerted to your presence, the samurai will be very, very difficult to trick and lure out. Basically, they'll even slash at bushes to see where you're hiding. And that's fine by me though, I enjoy the challenge. Certain enemies have the ability to completely negate your assassination attempts, thus making killing them more difficult. Essentially, the best thing to do is upgrade your hidden blade to as high as you can possibly get it, otherwise you're in for a really, really bad time. Overall, I think I'm going to be very interested to see how these new changes play out and how they impact the gameplay. I'm very curious about the grabbing mechanic, like I said earlier. Let me know in the comments below what you're curious about and what you want to see next. This is Unruly Rafe signing off. See you in the next video.